Yo, how's it going, guys? And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can ban people in Roblox. So not too long ago, you had to create your own ban system in Roblox. So how most of them would work is you would add a player's ID to a list of banned players in your game, and then whenever someone joined, you'd check if their ID was in that list and then you'd kick them. But on June 25th, Roblox announced a new ban API that allows for easier banning of players. And it also includes banning their alt account, which helps a lot for people trying to evade bans and stuff. So yeah, let's get straight into it and let's see how we can use this ban API. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to Start UI, and I'm going to make a very simple UI so that we can actually type the name of the player that we want to ban. So this is just going to be an example on how you can use the ban API in your game. This is just a simple example of this. So this one, I'm just going to set the text to ban player. You can set that to scale, doesn't really matter. And then in this one, I'm going to set the placeholder text to player name here. And that's all we need for the UI. But under this text button, I'm going to go ahead and create a local script. And then in here, we want to get the text box. So we'll get text to box equals script dot parent dot parent dot text box. Alright, and then we want to get the script dot parent. So this will be the button. We want to detect when the player clicks the button. We're going to connect a function to that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to create a remote event in the replicated storage over here. We're just going to call this one ban player right there. And then we're going to say game.replicated storage.ban player fire server. And we just want to send in the text box.text. And that is it for this script. Now I'm going to go into the server script service and create a script in here. And we could just call this ban script or something. The first thing we want to get in here is the players. So we'll get local players equals game.players. And then in here, we also want to get the remote event. So that'll be game.replicated storage wait for child and player. And then we're going to say on server event, and we're going to connect that to a function that takes in the player who sent the event and then the player to ban. So since we only have the name of the player we want to ban, we need to get their ID. So to do that, we're going to get local ID equals players find first child, and then we're just going to send in player to ban. So we're going to find that player in the players list, and then we're going to go user ID. All right, and then after that, we're going to get a config for the ban. So this is going to be of type ban config type, and this is going to be a table for all of the information that is needed to ban the player. So the first thing we need is user IDs, which is going to equal just our one ID. You can have up to 50 IDs in this table, and whoever's ID is in this table, it will ban every single one of them for the set duration that you have. So this duration is in seconds. So if you put duration equals 1, they'll be banned for 1 second, and then they'll be able to basically just join right back. But if you set it to -1, then they'll be permanently banned from your game. And then next we have display reason. So this will be showed to the player whenever they get banned, or whenever they try to join back after getting banned. So we'll just say you are banned. Make sure you put a comma after that one. And then we also have a private reason, which is used for developers for any information that might be helpful to you whenever you're looking at these bans. So the private reason can just be like, I don't know, scammed someone for a pet or something. And then the next thing we want to add to this is exclude alt accounts. So basically this will check if they have alt accounts, and they'll also ban them. I think it goes based on their IP address. So if they try to log in on a different account on the same IP address, it'll just ban that. You can set this to wherever you want. I'm just gonna set it false. And then apply to universe. This is basically just includes all of the places inside of your game. So if you have teleports in your game, then it'll ban them from all those as well if you set this to true. If not, then it'll only ban them from that one place. And that's it for the config. So now what we need to do is we need to actually ban the player. So we'll get local success error equals pcall function. And if you guys are confused on what pcalls are, this success is a bool value that tells us if the function actually worked or not. So if this is false, then the function didn't work. And the error is basically just the error message that is sent if it does fail. And then we're going to go ahead and go return players ban async. And then we're going to send in the config right there. And there we go. That should work for your game. Like I said, you should probably change the way that it's done. But now if we just look at my name, which it'll use this @ name and not the display name. So I'll have to type in RNG pineapple. And if we hit ban player, you'll see ban async will succeed on production game servers. But in the test environment, it just skips it. So this will work in game, but it just doesn't work in Studio. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Tell me if you have any questions in the comments. Also, make sure you join my Roblox group and my Discord with the link in the description. And I will see you guys in the next one.